Okay, thank you Frank for watching my video. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Andesya Parsyadi, and my last ID number is 1006, and I'm here from class C. In this video, I will present my presentation about the effectiveness of edible coating spray of aloe vera, gel, and betel leaf as food sanitizer. This is article because I only have 7 up to 10-minute presentation. I will just point off each slide. Okay, so chapter 1 or introduction. Okay, for to maintain product quality using a conventional method such as air content reduction, low temperature storage, or even use preservative still have limitation. But in this article or in this research is telling us how to preserve foods by using coating spray which made by aloe vera and betel leaf. So we can know how the method and how the result uh, to preserve food by using the material before. Okay, why using aloe vera and betel leaf? Because it contains glucomannan and other antioxidant compound which have antibacterial antimicrobial activity to preserve foods. So we move on to the chapter 2, material and method. First, material. This is all material used in this research, but the important material in this research, they are aloe vera and betel leaf used for the spray material, but there are also other material used for the assay later. They are E. coli, E. coli microbial stock and S. aureus microbial stock. Why in these two microbial is used for uh, zone of inhibition assay in the method later. Okay, we jump to the method section. There are 4 methods in this research. First is antiseptic gel preparation formula, which made in 3 concentration. There are F1 or 100% concentration, F2 or 50% concentration, and last but not least, there are 30% concentration. Next is evaluation of stock spray coating, which to measure the parameter such as color, taste, and homogeneity, and last viscosity, and other than and more. And the third method is application coating food material to the sample, while commodities such as apple, tomatoes, mangoes, or cucumber, eggplant are being coated with the infusion which made before, and after after that, dried up to 1.5 up to 2 hours, then being stored about 10 degrees Celsius without any packaging. So we observe the change in the commodity, like the odor, color, and more. And last is antibacterial effectiveness test, which to measure the zone of inhibition of the infusion which made before. So E. coli and S. aureus are applied in this method to measure the effectiveness of the infusion to inhibit the microbial. Okay, this is the formulation used for the infusion. Table 1, formulation of edible spray and gel and betel leaf formulation of edible spray gel, betel leaf, and aloe vera. Pardon me because the table still in bahasa. F1 or 100% concentration are made from 150 milli concentration of betel leaf and aloe vera. Then glycerol added about 6 milli. But in this concentration or F1 there are no aqueous added. Next is F2 or 50% concentration, which made from 50 milli concentration of F1. Then glycerol is added about 50 milli, so it can be called 50% concentration. Last but not least, F3, 30% concentration are made from 30 milli of F1. Then aqueous is added about 70 milli, so it can be called 30% concentration. Okay, this is the last slide about the method. Next, we move on to the chapter 3 or result and discussion. So the first result is about the organoleptic parameter, the infusion, where it have in our formula either it's F1, F2, and F3 are in liquid form, and it has a brown color. The taste quite bland, and it having a good homogeneity and less viscous. So no significant difference each formulation. Either it is homogeneity and viscosity. Next is about the color change and other change, where in the color change, in the control treatment or without any spray at all, well, there are large color change, but in spray treatment, like 50% and 30%, there are no drastic color change, but at the 10 day, there was a change, but not as fast as the color control treatment. Well, we can say if the infusion spray or the coating spray is able to inhibit the discoloration of the food. Next is about the odor. Well, the change in odor based observed data did not show any change at all. Either it is a control treatment or spray treatment. So the change in odor occurs due to the decay process. So which begin the change in odor, which followed by a molding process. So odor like rancid is being inhibited by the spray coating. And last is about the bacterial inhibition, just inhibition zone activity test or ZOI. So in in this research is show some result and all in the gluten, which in our formula it having a good inhibition of microbial like S. aureus and E. coli. But the more the wider the zone of inhibition, the more it effective to inhibit the microbial growth. So, but in this result, the infusion is more effective to inhibit the E. coli, but it is also good to inhibit the S. aureus, but not good as a E. coli inhibition. Okay, we move to the last chapter on the conclusion. So to the edible coating spray formulation, effective to prevent the microbial contamination due to the phenolic compounds such as cucumanan, which have a bacteriostatic activity at 100% concentration. It or F1, it show how strong to inhibit the again E. coli and S. aureus microbial group. Glucomannan in aloe vera very help to reduce the post-harvest uh, uh, damage, liquid loss, aging, and last is about maintain the fruit freshness. Okay, this is the journal I use in this presentation. Well, next is about Q&A question segment because this is a video, so there are no uh, question segment at all. Okay, this is last of my presentation. I apologize if there any mispronunciation or missubstance about my presentation where I'm still a beginner at all, a beginner after all. And at last, thank you for watching my video and take care.